and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. And welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. And welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Right, away we go. Welcome along to Zwift Live on YouTube and the Film My Run channel on Facebook. We are running for 57 minutes and we're running with the Under Armour team. This is called Through This Together. Today, Irish Olympian Stephen Scullion is going to lead you through a threshold session of 4 times 6 minute efforts. This warm-up will get progressively faster as your body warms up. Okay, so there we go. So let me just catch up to the group leader. Who is Stephen Scullion. And we're going to do all the way around the Mayfield track today. There are 60 of us in the run. And let's see how it goes. We've got a couple of initial 30-second sprints or strides, and then we're into 6 minutes of hard effort 4 times. Let me just get chat going as well. Bear with me while I just pull it all up, and then I'll be able to see what you guys are all saying. I am watching YouTube chat, I'm watching Facebook chat. James Simpson says, have a good run. Click that, and click this. And we're done. Okay. John McManus says, I could have tidied the back garden, surely. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Andrew Cutmore, thanks for the ride on. Lucio Moretta says hello there, and Mr. Paul Carter says, have a good one, Mr. C. Right, so, nobody's following the instructions because everybody's supposed to be going at 10.3 kilometers per hour. Unless it's set to our own paces. Okay, so this run might be set to your own individual pace, in which case that explains why some people have gone off like crazy, and our group leader Stephen Scallion is miles ahead already. He's obviously not going at 10.3 kilometers an hour. I'm not going at 10.3. I'm going at 11 because I was going to catch him up. But I don't think I will do that now. I think I'll just stick to the instructions as written for me. Ollie Melliser, thank you very much for your ride on.
Right on!
So I am approaching 1,000 subscribers on the Zwift live channel, so it'd be really good. Let me slow down to my appropriate speed. Be really great if you're not already subscribed. Please go and subscribe to the Zwift live YouTube channel, and if I can get up to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be really pleased with that. Thank you. So you can see in the distance there a yellow beacon going into the sky. But you can't now because the angle's changed, but when you see that yellow beacon, that's where the run leader is. And everyone should be following their own personalised instructions. Everyone's instructions will be different. I'm going to message that actually to everyone so everyone realises. Right, so we've done a kilometre. Ryan Perring, yeah, I think so. New sponsor. One that we haven't seen before. So Stephen is just confirming there that, yeah, it's set to your own paces. It's a timed event. So it's basically 30 seconds on, 1 minute off, and then it'll be 6 minutes on later in the run. Steve Beckett from Zwift HQ, thanks for the ride on.
Right on!
So we're just gradually increasing the pace. 3 more minutes of warm-up to go, just over. So it's a good 10-minute warm-up. Yeah, Ian Pullen says if he was trying to stick with the run leader, he'd have fallen off the treadmill by now. Ryan Downey says, how are you feeling? Do you feel like the treadmill is giving you enough of a challenge versus outside running? I tell you what I am focusing on a lot more is speed. So short distance and speed. I haven't done a proper long run for ages. T Holland, thanks for the ride on.
Right on!
So I think that's why my 10k and 5k times have been quite good on the treadmill recently, is that I'm just focusing on shorter distance and faster speed. Vincent says, lucky Stephen who owns a treadmill. Stay home, train hard and have good fun. Well, have a good run, thank you. So another increase in speed with just under 2 minutes to go of the warm-up. And then we've got our 30-second sprints. But I was just saying yesterday, Ryan, I do need to start getting into doing some hills and a bit more kind of long distance work, because I've got races coming up in June and July that are they're not yet cancelled. So as far as I'm aware at the moment, they're still on. So I do need to get training for them. Kyle Watts, honestly, I don't know. Everyone is different. So you may be slower when you go back outside, you may be faster, who knows? Okay, so we're going to start with 1 minute slower. So we're going to be going slower for 1 minute before we do the 30-second rep. Litchfield, thanks for the ride on.
Right on!
So there's the blue arch, and that blue arch is the start of a slowdown for 1 minute. Haywood, thank you.
Right on!
Right, 1 minute at this pace. Yeah, Jonathan Cost says he reckons Kyle will be faster. Could well be, could well be. I'm hoping I will be faster outside, but you just don't know, do you? Vidar's encountered the companion app logging in problem yesterday. Yeah, it's happened a few more times than usual recently. Okay, here we go. 15.9 kilometers per hour. Let's do 16 just for the hell of it. 2 kilometers done, and we've got 45 minutes left of workout. Here we go, up to 16 kilometers per hour for 30 seconds. Just stretching the legs out, warming you up. I don't think they've implemented anything new. Vidar? No, I don't think so. Jonathan Austin, happy Friday.
Nice. Right on.
Overhead camera froze. Did it? That's very strange. Hang on. Let me have a look at it. Oh yes, look at that. It's froze. Hang on. Let me see if I can reboot. I'll have to do my sprint first, and then I'll see if I can reboot it. 30 seconds of sprint coming up. 16 kilometers an hour. Fights, thank you.
Right on.
Right, let me see what I can do with this camera. That one. There we go. Rebooted with 20 seconds to spare. Thanks for letting me know, Jonathan. Yeah, he's not just here for the beer. Right. Another one at 16 kilometers an hour. Let's go.
2. Let's go.
Sisutham, thanks for the ride on.
Right on.
Ryan Perring makes a good point that there's more chance of issues currently with Zwift because of everybody being stuck inside. That's certainly true. They are having to cope with increased capacity. So that's why there are possibly a few issues with Zwift at the moment. I remember in the early days when cycling really took off and there were so many capacity problems. And they got that sorted, so they'll get this sorted. Okay, final one coming up of this set. Let's go again.
Okay, let's go.
And there's 3 kilometers now completed. Got 40 minutes left to run. Ryan Perring, thank you.
Right on.
And Strezlak as well, thank you very much.
Nice.
Right, we've got 3 minutes of cooldown now. Or 3 minutes of recovery. A vaccine task force has been launched by the government. Well, regardless, it's still going to take a year before we see anything like a vaccine. They can't rush it through any quicker than that. Mole, thank you for your ride on.
Right on. Nice.
Right, time for the fan to go on now. Okay, so after these next 2 minutes of recovery, we're into 6 minutes at 13.9, so 14 kilometers an hour for 6 minutes. And then we get 3 minutes rest. And then another 6 minutes at 14. And it looks like we're probably going to do that about 4 times. So just use the recovery time. Get yourself sorted, get yourself ready for what's to come. This is a comfortable threshold run, so it should get me into zone 4 around about, I don't know, 157, 158, 160 BPM, I would have thought. And we're off in 1 minute. I am watching Facebook, I'm watching YouTube chat. If you're new to the channel, if you've got anything you want to ask, please pop it in the chat and I'll do my best to get back to you. But if you are new to Zwift, take a look at this. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod, like the Zwift pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Jonathan Costas, Carol and I are starting to feel how you felt when you had your injury and couldn't Zwift. Yep. It's pretty depressing, isn't it? So strong but controlled running, says Stephen. Vidar, thank you for the ride on.
Right on. Nice.
And Vadlian as well, thank you.
Right on.
Thanks for the ride on, John Hancock.
Right on.
4 kilometres done. 4.5 minutes to go before we get a rest. Not arrested, before we get a rest. Hello, Darren.
Nice.
So just staying nice and comfortable. Darren, this is an interval session organised by Under Armour clothing. You might know Under Armour make a pair of shoes called the UA Hover, and the Hover have a built-in foot pod, which means you can run on Zwift just wearing the Hover shoes. I don't know how accurate they are, I've never tried them, but that's who's organised this event, and it's called Through This Together. Vidar, I have no idea. Vidar says, is this going to be a regular weekly event? I honestly don't know. Unfortunately, Darren, you have to have the real shoes for it to work in Zwift. Right, just over 2 minutes to go, and then we get 3 whole minutes. 3 minutes of recovery. It's not like Wednesday workout, is it? 30 seconds of recovery. Active recovery at like 13 kilometers an hour. So 1 minute left. Really, Jonathan? How did you work that out then? Jonathan's just saying the 10k run I did the other night was, according to him, 1 second faster than my outdoor PB. No, Vidar, I haven't tried the Friday 5. I could do that. I normally do Ryan Downey's event, Fartlek Friday, but I can have a look at the Friday 5. Okay, time for 3 minutes of cooldown. Andrew Jackson, thank you.
Right on.
Okay, chill out, cool down time. So Darren Van Dit is Zwifting in 1 hour's time. If you're interested in watching Darren's stream, go and have a look at that. Look for Darren Van Dit's YouTube channel, or I'm sure he'll post it on Facebook. Go and watch him in 1 hour from now. We have 30 minutes left of the run, so plenty of time to finish watching this, get yourself a cup of coffee and a bite to eat, and then settle down and watch Darren running a lot faster than I do. And just over a minute to go before our second set. And I'm noticing that it does speed up. Not the next one, but the one after goes a touch faster. Let's just speed up now a bit as well. Oh, don't want to lose my stars though. That'll do. So it's important to keep that big black number in the middle black, not red. If it goes to red, then you're likely to not get your yellow star, which is on the left-hand side of the screen there at the top. Each segment of the run, you get a yellow star if you complete it correctly. So here we go. 20 seconds before we get the pace up again. Krista Holt, right on to you, buddy. Thank you.
Right on.
It wasn't 40.05, it was definitely under 40, Jonathan. Definitely under 40. Right, here we go. Slightly faster again. I'll just bump it up a little bit. 6 minutes at this pace. Nice and easy, nice and comfortable. Visualise your marathon, it says. I won't be going at this pace in a marathon. Well, no, I wouldn't be going this pace in a marathon. In my fast, if I was to do a fast marathon, my pace is going to be 4:25, probably. So we're at 4:04 at the moment. Thanks for the ride on, Raknez.
Right on.
Vidar, take care, have a good dinner. Samuels, thank you.
Right on.
5 minutes to go. There's 6 kilometres done, another 10 XP points in the bag. Heart rate is 162, so definitely orange zone, definitely zone 4. Yes, Jonathan, I saw that on Strava. Strava always seems to overestimate how fast you go, though, I think, on those. My official time when crossing the finish line of my race outdoors was 39:43. That's the official finish time, and that's what I'm counting. But you know, that was 2013 or 14. It's on my Run Britain rankings, or my Power of 10. I think it was 13 or 14. A long time ago. I did sub 40 outdoors a couple of years ago, but I didn't beat my PB. 2 minutes left here. And then we get another luxurious 3 minutes of recovery. Ruse, thanks for the ride on.
Right on.
Ryan Perrin says his 10k time is 39:44. Minute and a half. Seen the yellow beacon for a long time. I wonder if he's ducked out. $7k done, 20 seconds left here. Right, just trying to create a bit of banter on the stream. Yellow beacon has gone, so it means that Stephen Scallion, the Olympian who was leading this event, seems to have disappeared. I'm suggesting he's gone for his dinner. Somebody else said DNF. 1 minute to go, and then we'll bump it up again. We've got 2 more of these. So I'll increase the pace a little bit more for this next one. Paul, thanks for the ride on.
Right on.
Come on if you can, guys. If you're not subscribed to the Zwift Live channel, please get your subscription in for that. Get me to 1,000 subs. And here we go with round 3 of our 6-minute reps. Slightly faster this one. Right, up we go. Let's do this at 15. Finneymore from Lou Pioneers, thank you for your ride on.
Right on.
So a good field of 61 runners running around Mayfield. Thank you Muddy Goalie for subscribing, and thank you Harrowan as well, thank you very much. Doesn't take too long, Jonathan, to get your treadmill fixed. So heart rate 165. So working hard, but this is now around about my 10k pace. So I am working hard. 3.5 minutes to go. Ryan Perring, I cannot believe that you hadn't subscribed before. Unbelievable.
You suck.
Tom says, when am I racing another 10k? Yeah, I tell you what, it'd be very interesting to see how fit I actually am, and if I could get sub 40 outdoors. I'm hoping that I could. Much appreciated, Ryan. Right, 2 minutes to go. Dawson's, thank you.
Right on.
No more, thank you.
Right on.
The thing is about timed events, doesn't matter how fast you go, it's not over any quicker. Normally, you know, I say if you run faster, it's done quicker, but it isn't in this case. There's 9 kilometres done, 30 seconds to go. Okay, we're allowed to go at 10.8 kilometers per hour for this recovery. And one more to do after this. "13 minutes left of running time. So we've got these 2 minutes, 6 minutes at another 15, I suppose, and then 5 minutes cool down. I suppose we could do the next one at 15 and a half, just to try and push it a bit more. Always good to try and get out of your comfort zone. Trivellaro, thank you from Italy.
Right on. Nice.
Last rep up next. Steenrod, thanks.
Right on.
1 minute to go, getting the heart rate down. Shakel, thank you.
Right on.
And 6 minutes of hard work. And then we've got 5 minutes of recovery. Heart rate down to 151. And it's probably going to go up to 170 now. Not everyone on the track is in this workout, by the way, so some of the people I'm passing are not actually doing the workout at all. You'll notice I've got a screen in front of me. That signifies I am doing a workout. People without a screen are not in this workout, and even if they've got a screen, they might be doing a different workout. Right, here we go. Right, so let's try and do 6 minutes at 15 and a half. it down. Minutes to go, 10 kilometers done. Thank you.
Right on.
4 minutes left, 2 gone. Halfway through, 3 minutes to go. 49 minutes done. 8 minutes left. McHugh, thank you.
Right on.
Can't really go any faster, or I won't get my stars. Ali, thank you.
Right on. Oh, we're okay. So heart rate right up there, 169. "30 seconds to go. Brent Hanson, thank you. Right on.
And there we are, all done.
We'll just gradually slow it down, I think. Seeing as I'm not in the red, so... Kes, thank you.
Right on.
Yeah. What, my heart rate hit 183? Wow. Finnemore's pace is all over the place from Lou Pioneers. Shriz, oh, missed it.
Right on.
Thanks for the ride on. And Patrick Tan, thank you.
Right on. Nice.
Hi, Patrick. Ryan Downey, thanks for the ride on, my friend.
Right on.
Okay, join us next week for another workout led by pro runner Rachel Schneider. So there we go, all chilled out now. Ryan Perrin says, Lou, up the Kerno. I've no idea what that means, but... Right, we'll go down to walking pace and we'll give everyone that we can see a ride on. So this is probably going to include everyone, whether they were in the workout or not. So we're just going to keep clicking down and just giving a ride on to anyone we see. There's Mr. Lou Pioneers. Let's slow down a bit more. Right, now how are we going to do this? Let's just keep going forward then. I've no idea how many people there are on the track, but I'll just keep dropping ride-ons for a little while. Andrew Hurst, well done to you. This is where, if you're not careful, if you click, sometimes you end up on the cycle track with a bike, which is a bit weird. Seva's running pretty quick there. She's going some, isn't she? Good for her. Oh, I've given them a ride on already. Gonzalez, Phibbs, the USA, Lay, the USA as well. Juan, oh no, Monpetit, Torres from Argentina, possibly. Where's Gonzalez? There we are. And Orr from Scotland. Oh, I keep getting Severs now because she's going so quick. If you do have time at the end of a run, it's always nice to just go around and drop a few ride-ons, especially when it's really easy going around the track. And eventually, when you can either get bored or eventually you'll just get back to the first person you gave a ride-on to. And oh, there's Kevin DeLuca. So a few names we know out on the track today. Suskind, well done to you. Lopez from Portugal. Aguado. S. Little. Hume, well done to you. Roberts. Oh, where's Roberts? Oh. There's Vel. There's Roberts. Oh, I've given Roberts a ride on already. Okay, fair enough. Mana from Italy. De Boer from Germany. Right, I think that'll do. That's everybody, pretty much. Or most people, anyway. Yeah, okay, that'll do. So that was the Under Armour interval session. And it is a shame that our run leader, Stephen Scallion, I don't know when he disappeared, but he did disappear. So that was a shame. I don't know whether it was deliberate or whether it was a technical dropout. He might have got an injury. He might have fallen off the treadmill. He might be, at this moment, maybe being taken to hospital on a stretcher, having fallen off his treadmill. Matthew Bates, I've just done a 17-kilometre run from Liverpool city centre on the Dock Road all the way to Newsham Park and 5 laps around there and then to Green Lane, then to Queen's Drive and back home. Well done, Matthew. Good job. I hope you weren't out for more than an hour. Oh, you probably were doing 17k or you'll get told off, Matthew. Ryan Perring, just use the companion app and press the circle around your name and it'll give 5 ride-ons to... Yeah, I know. I know. I always forget about that feature and I just go round. I know. All right, yeah, thank you. Oh, Jay Kelly. Looks like it's John Kelly. Maybe not, hey? Right, I'm done. That's me. That's me done for the day. Oh, we may as well... Should we get up to 13 kilometres? We may as well walk up to 13 kilometres, haven't I? Something to do, isn't it? So, what have we got coming up? Today is Friday, so tomorrow, if you're around, first thing in the morning, whether you're in the UK or the USA, first thing in the morning for you is Run in the Park. So 9 o'clock here UK time, and then there's another one at 4 p.m. UK time, which is kind of mid-morning for, well, early morning if you're on the Pacific coast, and late morning if you're on the East Coast. And so that's Run in the Park tomorrow. What else are we doing tomorrow? I don't know if I'll get up for Run in the Park. You know me. I may not actually make it out of bed for Run in the Park. But what else have we got? It is Friday today, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so I'm not going to do... So normally I would do Fartlek Friday. But I won't do that today. Ryan can have it to himself today. So tomorrow, we've got Run in the Park. Oh, there's another one at 12 midday UK time tomorrow. So that's 7 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. You'll still be in bed in Los Angeles. And then it's at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon is the other Run in the Park. But then we've also got Park to Peak again tomorrow. ZRS Park to Peak is at 10 a.m. UK time and at 5 o'clock UK time, 5 p.m. UK time. And there's another one at 8 p.m. UK time. So I may do one of those tomorrow. So that's the 18th. And then Sunday the 19th, we've got backpacking out the Zwift. Ryan Perring does that. We've got 9 a.m. British Triathlon Run Race tomorrow. And the Duathlon Race Series at 5 o'clock UK time tomorrow. And also at 6:45 UK time tomorrow. And the weekend long run is at 6:30 tomorrow UK time. Have a look in the Zwift companion app. It'll be in your time zone. So much better than me telling you the UK time and you trying to work it out in your country time. Just have a look at the Zwift companion app or go to that website. Now, where is it? Let's have a look. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Go to Zwift events, zwift.com/events. Filter for running there, and then you can scroll through and see the events that are available for you in your time zone, and you can click the plus symbol like he's going to do now. Hang on a minute. So click into the event, and then just on the right hand side there you can see a little plus symbol, and if you go move your mouse over there like I'm doing, hover over it, give it a click, and it'll turn into a blue tick, and that means you're going to that event. Right, now what else am I looking at? Matthew says can't wait for park runs to come back. Yeah, I know, we're all waiting for park runs to come back, aren't we? And Downey does it, not me. I can't take credit for his. Did I say Ryan Perring? Sorry, I meant Ryan Downey. Sorry, Ryan. Darren Van Dit, thanks for the ride on, my friend.
Right on!
Okay. That's the end. See you tomorrow for either Run in the Park or the ZRS race series. ZRS race series is the one where you've got to do incline and climb up the hill. I quite like that. So we might do that tomorrow. So take care. Thank you very much for all your chat on YouTube and Facebook. Enjoyed that. Good fun. And that was a decent session, that. Nice long intervals at a decent pace, but with some good recovery time as well. Just a shame that our run leader couldn't stay with us. All right, take care. See you. Bye-bye.